All right, everybody, it is time for the show, the Empress Side Show, coming to you live from New York. It's the Empress Saida Show, and yes, there she is, Empress Saida. Woohoo! What is going on? Happy Monday, happy Monday. We're a little late than we usually are, but
I know. Happy Monday, Marcel. It's been such a long time. I think we took 1 week off, right?
Yes, we did. But we're back, though. We are
Wow,
definitely
I
back.
missed you so much. I was like, what's going on? Like, where's the show? Where's Marcel? Actually, tell me. You got to tell me. You went away. You went on a cruise. You was in the middle of nowhere. Where exactly did you go?
Well, it's a secret mission that I was on with the, powers that be in our government. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was Alaska, man. I went to Alaska. I host events for different companies and things, and we built an app for this company. And they actually called me the last minute because they needed somebody to host. They knew I'd do that kind of stuff. So they flew us into Seattle and Washington, and then we got on the ship and been gone for a whole week. Had a ball, but I was working. It's like my whole life doing radio. It's always just been a ball. But anyway, that's where I was for a whole week.
So the glacier, like, do you feel like it's getting warm over there? It's supposed to be cold, but I heard that over there, like it's getting like warmer, like and the glaciers are melting. Is that true?
Well, I guess at a certain time of the year, but we didn't see any of that. It was the most we saw was a few little, looked like some ice in the water, just little chunks of ice in the water, But it was getting cold, but it was pretty warm for Alaska. It was like 45, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I wonder if it's global warming. I was wondering. I thought that Alaska is cold almost all the time. I didn't know it would ever be like 45 degrees. I thought it was always below zero. I guess I have to visit Alaska because for some reason in my head I always think like, oh my God, if I go over there, I'm gonna freeze up. I need to wear like Eskimos outfit. That's how I think, and I love warmer countries where I could wear my bathing suit all the time. So I never really think about taking a trip to Alaska. So now that you're saying that, I'm like, you know what, I might have to take a look and see shift it and just go to the cold area and see what's happening over there. For those that don't know, welcome everyone. Welcome to Empress Saida Show. And we are getting prepared for the launch of our new app that is coming soon. So before that, everybody have to have it, right, Marcel?
Yes,
everybody
indeed.
gotta download it. Actually, if you don't download my app, do not talk to me. I'm gonna stop talking with people. Like, I won't answer no DMs. I'm not gonna answer no phone calls because lately I don't understand. Like my viewers and my fan, I love you guys, but I don't know if you guys really think that you can just make, like they be calling in the middle of nowhere, and I'm thinking like, what exactly are you looking for? Go to the app, and then this is the thing: you want to speak to me, you got to send me a screenshot of the app being downloaded, and then I'll answer the call. Like, that's gonna be my new thing, at least for the next year. That's
Well,
not right, Marcel? That's
yeah.
too demanding. You think that's demanding?
The who?
You think that's demanding, a little too demanding to tell
I
people like,
don't, girl. I don't know. That's for your audience. I don't think so. I think you know what I think though. I don't want anybody to try to download it now. It's not available now, but they sent us an advanced copy, so this is kind of what it's going to look like. And
a sneak peek? Yeah.
I know what you were talking about with them being in your community and all of that. It's going to be pretty good. So I'm pretty excited about it.
So
The
look,
radio
you
station.
see,
Go ahead. Yeah.
the radio station built in is a 24/7 radio station. I already have some people that reached out to me, by the way. So, make sure if you want to be on it, call in, inquire with him, because I do have already one person that is waiting for the full effect of the app. They want to have a radio talk show. It's two people. They're going to co-host, and they already reached out to me. And they said when the app is ready, they want to have their own show.
Now, what's that up at the top with the billboard looking thing? Is that something what is that?
That's for advertisement. You can advertise your business, your music video, your photo shoot. That's from ads. Those are advertising ads goes on that area. So even for big companies, small companies, for really anyone can promote their businesses there. Of course, we're going to try to work out deals for small business. I am a small business um, advocate. I love small business and entrepreneurs. So I'm always going to have special prices and sales for small businesses to be able to promote their business on the app. So in another thing, just imagine whoever download this app, they're going to have access to your entire content because this app doesn't have any algorithm. It doesn't have anything where certain group of people are watching and certain group of people are not seeing your content. Once you subscribe to this app, everybody is watching everything that you showcase on this app. Just everything. So just imagine if I have on my app millions of subscribers going to be able to be have access to your content. So this is a great platform to showcase your business and whatever you want to do. It's freedom. It's like freedom. Be you. Hmm. Yes, and then you can see like the app has a radio station, it has a TV station. It also have a built-in Amazon storefront where you can purchase anything like a regular Amazon store, and I will be able to be credited from any purchase that you purchase on Amazon. So that's really a good way to give, to not sponsor, how you say, to help small businesses. And every time I do a live through Amazon storefront, usually the merchandise prices drop. There's a couple of people that are a little confused with the storefront. They think that I only able to sell certain items. No, that's not true. I post certain things that I like, that I enjoy, but it's just like a regular Amazon. Whatever you're looking for, you can find it and I'll be credited. So, yes, just support small businesses, go through the app, purchase, and be a happy camper. Another thing there, I'm going to have a exclusive content where you're going to be able to see content, special interviews that you will never see on any other platform but the app. You're going to have that section too for those that are into beauty, learning beauty, knowing about brow shape and about the businesses that I do in the beauty industry. You also have access to learn more about Saida Brows on the app. So this is like this is a lot happening on this app. This is like a one-stop
I
shop. It
tell you,
looks like.
man, goodness. I didn't even know you could go live in the Amazon that's in your app, right? Wow,
Yeah.
that's can we tune into this a little bit? Can we hear what you're doing here? What are you doing here? This is great. Can we
Can you
turn it
hear
up?
it or no?
No, yeah, I was asking if it's all right to turn it up because I want to hear
Yeah,
some
you
of it.
can. You can.
Okay, well, let's turn it up and
I
see.
got this
Here it is.
shiatsu machine. It's so light. You know, it's light. It's not heavy. Look at the inside of it.
It's
You
like
can
the Home
actually see
Shopping
it. I'm
Network.
gonna turn it on so you guys can see. So this is the turn on button right here. You see the movement inside.
I like this.
The machine. I'll probably try it with my feet. And then it has different speeds here for the compression. You could go as high here, and you could go as high over here with the kneading also. And guess what? Just imagine if you home or you at the office and it's cold in the office or wherever you visit, and you can actually leave it there, and you could turn on right here and turn off, turn on and turn off, and it's heated. And some of these you can, it comes with a long cord. It's electric, and it's made with plastic. It's not heavy. It's like 124 grams. You could carry it with you or leave it in the office. This costs 100. Let me turn it off so I can focus on you guys. This costs $116 if you get it with a remote control. And also it costs $129. The other one, as you can see, if you buy it through me through this live, is $94.48. So just imagine you're gonna get a discount by buying it through me today. And I'm telling you, this is the best. I use this every single day.
Wow.
In the
This
morning,
is
I do just to wake up.
all right. Hang on for a
And
minute.
at night
I
before
gotta
go
tell
to
you.
bed,
We're gonna turn this
do
down for a minute. I gotta tell you. That is incredible, baby. Oh my gosh. And it's right in the app. Whenever you want to go to this, right, they can go to Amazon. In fact, they can just click on, yeah, there it is right there. Click on merchandise, and it takes you right in there where you can see Saida doing her thing right on the TV. It's the first thing you see on there. And you just press watch now. And then it comes on. Oh my gosh. This is so incredible. Yeah, I love it. All right. You hit it out the park with that one, Saida.
I love the product. Yeah.
Woo! All right, back to you, Saida. I'm excited. Goodness
I
gracious.
know. I love that product. Like every night, I take a shower and I do like 15 minutes, and then I get out. Somebody calling me, calling you. I don't know. Somebody's calling.
Yeah, they're calling in already. But you keep going. I'm gonna take the call. I gotta be the call screener and find out who's calling. So you keep talking. I'm gonna find out.
Yes. Okay. So yeah. So I use this product all the time. And when I tell you, like, it really relaxes me. I don't have any, like, I'm telling you, tired feet. Just imagine you working every day standing or driving for hours. When you take this home and you eat, and before you go to sleep, you sit there for a half an hour, I'm telling you, you're going to sleep like a baby. So this is a must have. I recommend everybody, especially people that live in America. Everybody should have that on. Yeah, I see we have somebody on the live. Can I know who this person is?
Yes, it's your friend Camilla.
Hi, Camilla. How are you, Camilla?
Hey, what's up?
Camilla is a special guest that she does not miss and any Monday, which I appreciate so much. Do you download the app, Camilla?
Which app?
Well, she can't download it yet, I believe, right? Because it's not out yet.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's not out. But next week, the next 2 weeks, you're going to have an availability to download my own app, Camilla. So if you found me on Cameo, just imagine that I build my own app where I'm going to have a built-in radio station, TV station, and we're going to have, you could purchase on Amazon storefront directly from my app. Do you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, so now you know. So, I will have something special for you. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh. How you been?
I've been great. I've been working a lot. How about you? Do you have any question for me today?
I think one or two of them. So, how's your makeup doing? And your face looks amazing.
Thank you. So right now I'm using on my lip. Actually, is red Maybelline brand. On my brows, I'm using my own product, Saida Brows Kit, that you can purchase on SaidaBrows.com. On the app, you can purchase my own products there. And I'm using the makeup from NARS. And you see, like, I love makeup, and I love all the brands, and all of these different brands, you can purchase it directly from the app as well. So yeah. So thank you for your compliment, Camila. So it was so nice to hear from you. And I hope to see you next week. And by the way, I'm going to have a special guest. It's a celebrity. Huh?
You said celebrity?
Yes, I'm going to have a special guest. Her name is Rochelle 8. So stay tuned. We're going to have her in. And you can call her and talk to her too.
Really?
Yes.
She's I'm definitely doing that. I'm definitely doing that.
Nice, Camila. So it was nice to hear from you. So stay tuned, okay?
Wow, nice caller. We love when she calls in, don't we? Absolutely.
Yes, we do. She is such a. You know what I love is when someone becomes like loyal to your show and they don't miss a date. Like they are there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's like loyal support. So I do appreciate Camilla with that. And I know she's definitely gonna call Rochelle next time Rochelle is on an interview. That's
Man,
gonna
I'm
be
so
fun.
look, all I can tell you is I am so excited about this app. You got two different TV networks going on in it with Amazon. You got your own TV network right here where people can come in and see the special programming that you do, right? Right in this window here, it says TV. And when they click on it, they can see all the stuff that you've got going on. It's just gonna, man, I'm telling I need words. I don't even have any words, right?
Yeah, and I have people that ask me before, it's like, are you going to be able to hold all that content and archive? And I say, yeah, when I interview you, you are able to go back into the app and share the content to your viewers
Yeah.
and your followers and everything.
Like
It's
if I
not
click
going to
on
disappear.
if I click on this little white button that says Empress Archives, it brings up all the archives from the videos and the stuff that you've done before that they can see. This is incredible. This is incredible, Saida. Oh,
Thank you.
yes.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't wait for our launch and for everybody
Wow.
to tune in. And we're gonna have some juicy information and we're gonna talk about everything and have fun. It's going to be a great app and I cannot wait. I mean, I can't wait. Like when this group called me and they want to have a talk show for it, people. It's like their show is amazing. I have this other lady. She want to have a show where she can read people's cards and read
Oh,
their
yeah.
crystals. I'm like, what? So I'm like, yeah, of course. And people have been calling and asking me for the opportunities because they want to be on platforms where they're gonna get 100% exposure and not be controlled by algorithms. So this is one of my biggest motivation of why I created this app, because algorithm is good, but at the same time it limits the availability for people to really view your content.
There's a
And
lot.
this is
There's a lot in this app here. And again, I can't get over when you got, because I think, remember the old home shopping network? So you got Amazon there. This is just so doggone exciting. You can sit there right in front of all the stuff that's going on and people can browse for gifts, items, and you pull them up and you're talking about them live as it's happening right on here. I think this is man, just it's just groundbreaking. Who would have
I
thought,
know.
man? Who would have ever
No.
thought? Oh my gosh, this is just incredible to me. Go ahead,
I
Saida. Go ahead.
I know. So now you know everything about the app, and there's a lot more. Like I'm telling you, I have some goodies, beautiful content. I'm gonna talk about my love life, my dating life, my job life, like everything. I'm gonna interview people. It's going to be fun, and you're not gonna be able to find that content anywhere else but in this app. So stay tuned.
And people can call in too, guys. You can call in right now, 877-482-7898.
Yeah. Ask me
877
any question.
482-7898.
I know this past week. Let me see what I did this past week. This past week was a different week. I'm always lately traveling towards upstate New York. For those people that think about New York, they always think about New York as a New York City. They only think about the buildings, the skyscraper. And lately, I'm always going upstate New York. And when I tell you how beautiful New York State is like breathtaking when you go into the mountains and you go all the way driving towards Canada. So for those that don't know, I will encourage everybody to go, and if you're stressed out from New York City, just take a drive to New York State. There's so much beautiful things to do up there, whereas you could, stay away from the crowd of New York, because right now, no one wants to tell you the truth, Marcel. But New York, huh?
Now I was laughing. I know where you're going with it.
No. I mean, people always always want you to like don't say the truth. I'm gonna tell you how it is. New York City. I don't know what year New York was in bad condition. There was a year, I think it was in the 70s, 80s, where people were talking that New York City was not safe. Well, we are there right now. Like we are not where New York needs to be right now. So it's highly stressful. People are like, like everything is unbalanced. Forget it. I have a client that he is from the MTA, and when I tell you, I had to ask some really genuine questions. He says, "Do you think I should take the train now in New York City?"
You saw
And
on
he
the
said,
news where they pushed some man just pushed some other man on into the tracks. Did you see that?
I did not see it, but I heard like a MTA worker went to get lunch and she got stabbed. I heard that, and they killed her.
Gosh.
I heard that.
Mm-mm.
So right now, honestly, the train is like you on your own. You know when you're going to war, and that's getting on the train. That's what's happening right now. The train is very unsafe. So I was asking, why is this so unsafe? Like what is happening? And I was explaining it's because the defunding program affected the MTA. There's no funding for police to to secure the station, and that's what's happening. And I was like, and they explained to me that it was not a good idea to defund because it's a lot of funding taken away from it, and now we are unsafe in public transportation. So if I tell you that I rather take a car service or walk before I take the subway, and I live in New York City, it's very discouraging. So, just letting you know, oh, New York is not ready. So everybody's like, oh, you should come. Don't come to New York. And we're not ready. We're not ready for visits. People are like, just invite. We need tourists. We need that. I'm like, really? Like, who telling people to bring tourists to New York City? We're not in good shape yet. Like, I don't even like, no. Let me tell you, Marcel, people don't take the subway here like before. People
Because they're
take
afraid
Uber.
something will happen, right?
Yeah, they're afraid because there's so many mentally ill people and they're aggressive. I talk so much about this because it's a real issue happening here. And they are saying that they are working towards fixing it. But I have a question. Were you agreeing about defunding the police, or do you felt like it was a bad decision? What was your take on this?
No, I don't think they should ever defund the police. I mean, we all use the police. I mean, certainly some things need to happen, though, with the police force, but can't defund. If we had no police, you know what would happen. Even the people who say that be the first one calling, dial 911, come on now. You can't. You think you should defund the police? Is that what? I don't.
That's what I said. I think that whole movement about defunding the police was not the right. I do understand that they need to be discipline or retrain a different way. Probably they need more funding to train them the right way instead of taking away. Somebody else calling. Oh, who's
the
calling?
phone lines are hot. You just keep talking. I'll answer the phone. You go ahead.
Yeah. So right now it's like, people, we made a biggest mistake by defunding the police. We hurt in our own self. And I think that they need their funding back and just retrain everyone so we can all be safe in these streets, because it is not good to live in a place where you don't feel secure. But let's hear, we have a caller right now, so you could talk right now. Hi, welcome to Empress Saida Show. How are you?
Hello, Miss Empress. How are you?
I'm doing good. Where are you calling from?
New York, just like you. New York City.
Oh my God. So tell me, am I right in what I'm saying?
Well, I just want to say something before I answer your question. They caught the subway pusher.
So you saw the guy that got put.
From an hour ago.
Yeah, there was a guy that pushed somebody into the tracks, right? The older man got pushed, right?
Actually, yep. They called him this morning.
Oh, good. So what, was he a mentally ill person, or this is just somebody trying to do like
Miss Empress, if I
Yes.
could bet my ridiculous paycheck, he has a criminal history as long as the Bible. And he also did time for attempted murder, robbery, assault, and drug possession.
And why is he free on the streets like that? Because he already served
Uh,
his time, or what?
we don't know. A lot of my friends who are cops, they're leaving New York City in mass numbers, and they're going either out to Las Vegas or Los Angeles or someplace other than here. We just my friend just told me they had a hiring like Las Vegas had a hiring blitz here in New York, and they took over like 80 cops. They didn't even from the academy.
Really?
Yes.
No, I'm telling you, because you're from New York. Marcel, he lives in Vegas, and and people that are not in New York not really understanding that we are in really bad shape and the streets are very unsafe. I guess the whole country is unsafe, but I don't really feel like they're doing the right thing because I feel like moving myself. Like I be going to the mountains, like hiding somewhere because I don't like the city anymore. It's discouraging. You don't even want to go outside. You don't want to vibe with people. Like the easiest way was to take subway, even if you have a car. Like I could drive, but in the city, it doesn't make sense to take a car from one block to the other because you just gonna be walking, parking everywhere. So the best thing is the
Now,
subway system, right?
now,
And
now you may have to dust that old car off. You may have to just to feel safe.
so what exactly?
I'm
So do you
serious.
work for the city? Do you work for the city, or you work? Do you work and live in New York?
I live in New York. I work in New York. I'm getting ready to become a city employee, but I'm literally taking my
Congratulations!
my. Thank you. I want to get my Class A commercial driver's license and get out of Dodge. So my
Oh,
trucking
I got
license
that.
and get out of Dodge.
I
I got
did
my
the
Class B.
commercial. So you have Class B, or you gonna go for your A?
I've got my Class B, and I'm going for my A.
Good, good, good. I did the whole training as well, and I got the Class A. At least when you have the Class A, it gives you that opportunity to drive interstate, and you can look at other places where you can relocate if you don't want to stay in New York City anymore. Because as much as they try to like encourage us to live in New York City, this is not it. Especially, I think they need to drop all those rent. I'm like, you charging all this money, and this is the safety that we have in these streets. Like, how you gonna charge so much money and we not safe? Don't get me started, because then they're not gonna like me when I start saying. I'm like, I don't, I don't feel safe. I told the cops too, and they told me clearly is because the defund now it's in triple effect. I said that's what you guys wanted. You wanted us to be
You
defunded. So
wanted
this
it, you
is what's
got
going
it.
on. Huh?
You know that the crime level is going back to the 1990s.
Yes, that's what I find out. It's right back on the same level or even worse. But this is another thing. I don't know if you know that they like if you commit a crime, you don't have to pay bail. You just ride out the street until your court date. Do you know
Cashless
that?
bail. Cashless bail.
Cashless bail. Who created that?
What is that? What is cashier's bail? Explain that, please.
That means you don't have to put up any money. It's almost like we're being released on your own recognizance. And we're seeing, and brother, if you live in Las Vegas, it's not like how Las Vegas where you got to come up with like cash bond in order to get out. You don't have to come up with anything.
You just get out.
Just get, yeah,
You so
because they
that
write
means
you a
if you kill
disappearance
somebody,
ticket.
I have a question now. If you kill somebody, right? The person committed a murder.
Murder.
And what does that mean? They lock you up if they didn't see you did it. They put you back on the street until you have to go to court. How does that work?
It's kind of wacky. I mean, you if it's that serious, they'll hold you, but if it's like assault, burglary, anything that if a person's life is lost, they won't let you out. But like a violent crime, like robbery, assault, you're back out on the street. Domestic violence. I've seen guys who had domestic violence on their record get out and go back
This is
and beat the hell out
madness.
of whoever they're doing. Yeah. Yes.
But so
A
that
lot of my
means to
friends who
me
are
that
cops, they're leaving.
the cops are leaving. Listen, let me explain something to you. There are good cops and there are bad cops. There are cops that do good for the community, and there are cops that do a mess in the community. But I'm speaking up to, I have clients and some of them are cops. And when I tell you, hearing from this lady, she is terrified to do her job. And I'm like, wow. So even the cops are not even happy to do their job because they feel unsafe. And when you and having cops unsafe like that, you know that if anything happened, they're gonna react. They're not thinking, they're already out there thinking that they're in the jungle. And then when they react, they're reacting like, like the way that we don't want them to react. And this is the problem, because now they know that there's a bunch of people in the streets that are committing crimes because they know they're not going to be held back in jail, and people are out of hand. So now I am shocked
You should have seen
that
during
I live in
COVID.
New York and I'm seeing this.
You should have seen during COVID. Like the train stations, how they were closed and everything like that. You know how the guys, they play CeeLo and stuff like that? It got so bad when they were playing CeeLo because the cops were there. You know, they just tell you to move on or whatever. They didn't even stop them from playing. It was so strange. They were playing Monopoly.
I'm telling
they
you.
had table boards. No, they were playing Monopoly and learning math. What is this?
They didn't care. I'm
like, what
telling
is
you.
this?
Let me tell you a little story I had on the pandemic. I remember I went out, I was trying to go to Staples, and I was all like a hazmat suit, so you couldn't really see who I was. And I went, and these people were on the streets, like, like the crazy people, and somebody threw a phone at me. Like, they literally threw a phone at me. And I was like, oh my God. And then the guy started chasing me. I ran all the way to the precinct. I went to the precinct. I said, there's crazy people out there. Like, what do you want me to do? So I asked the police department, one of the guys that says, and this was in the height of the pandemic. So, people didn't want to be close to people. They were like staying their distance. And I asked, I said, can somebody like drive me home? Nobody, they said no. I was on my own. So I stand outside, ordered an Uber, and took an Uber home because they weren't helping you. Like, you literally was on your own. So I was like, okay, so I guess I'm going to be Rambo now in these streets. So honestly, as a citizen, I'm going to be
guerrilla warfare.
I'm going to be honest. Honestly speaking, I love that we have some cops out there. Hopefully you guys are protected to do the right job. But I don't rely on the cops because I don't feel like they will protect me. And I know that there are a lot of people that are feeling the same way. Or do you feel that the cops gonna protect you? I don't feel like that.
No, I feel like you feel, but I still don't think we should defund them. That's just me, though.
Exactly.
It's
exactly.
mainly people are resorting to guerrilla warfare now to protect themselves. You just had a guy get stabbed. A guy gets stabbed, and a lady pull out a bottle of mace and spray the attacker on the 2 train.
Listen, the train is like madness. That's what I'm trying to say to people. Like, the train, people are not even taking
weapons
the train.
on the train now.
Huh?
You got guys selling weapons on the train now. Literally, they're selling tasers.
What do you mean selling weapons? They're selling guns, knives, or pepper spray?
Don't be surprised that you'll see some guy in a trench coat with a Glock saying Glock for $700, Glock for $500. I'm telling you, it's going that way. They're selling tasers now.
Listen. I said actually, I have a good relationship with my mom. I told my mom that I'm gonna start dressing like Rambo by by the ending of the year, we're gonna have to like be like in the movies. Like literally, we're gonna have to like dress like Rambo and have our own and be equipped because you're on your
Empress,
own. You're
I tell
literally
my
on your
aunt, you gotta have, those foldable canes. I tell my aunt, have a belt full of them because you never know when the ninjas will show up. You gotta be
Yeah, but
prepared.
it's
You
bad
gotta
to
be
live
prepared to
like
defend
that, you know.
yourself.
But this is the thing.
It is
The way we live in is not the way to live. We have to do something. This is not the way to live because if you stress, and I'm stressed, and everybody is stressed, it's going to create a vibration which is negative already in New York, and it's not going to be good for the living of us being here. So we have to like, I know the voting is coming up November 8th, so I will encourage everyone to go vote. Like, even if you feel like they're not going to do a change, make sure you educate yourself to see who is doing what in changing things in the government within the city, because a lot of times we don't know what these people are doing in-house. We don't know what is their position. So just educate yourself and read like which one do you want and vote for the right person that what you need, because we definitely need a change in New York. I don't want to feel like they rushing me out of New York, and I don't want to feel like they charging me all this money to live in New York, and then and I don't feel safe. And some people think, oh, if I'm rich, I don't have to worry. I said, let me tell you something. Rich, poor, middle
I vote
class.
for expandable batons, nunchucks, some stars. I vote for martial art weapons like nunchucks, stars, a baton. Something to back me up, because you never know when the ninjas may show up, and you may have, because that subway pusher again, a prime example. He had over 75 arrests and served like 3 prison terms.
Wow, that's a lot.
So what are you gonna do? You're not gonna take the train?
And that's just one guy.
Now, when we talk about voting, who do you even vote for? I know Kanye is on Trump's. I don't even know. Who do you even vote for? We got a story about Kanye too. It's kind of crazy.
Our system is a circus. That's other countries are laughing at us.
Who?
I don't even know the candidates anymore. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. It's gotten to the point where it's that bad. And remember, our Governor Hochul wasn't elected. She was appointed.
Yeah.
Governor Hochul wasn't elected. She wasn't elected. She was not an elected official. She had to take over after Governor Cuomo got into that scandal, and then of course it comes to find out that everything that was going on against him was a lie. I'm like,
exactly.
And they did that to get him out of office because he was asking 20 questions.
Wow. Well, Kanye, we got a clip from Kanye too, if we can play it, where he's kind of doing his thing too. Listen, can we play it? Is it all right to play this?
Let's listen to it.
A closed shower. The funny thing
all right, let's listen.
Yay, Noriega apologized for your George Floyd comments. How do you feel about that?
I feel like Black Lives Matter is like a warm water, it's a hot shower, and White Lives Matter is a closed shower. The funny thing about woke culture is woke culture is not really woke like that. A lot of times people, they would rather just exist inside of the pain of a lie than deal with the harsh realities of the truth for us to look further. Look at like JFK, how many documentaries there are on what happened there. Like, as a people, we are a sophisticated people that have to look in and be willing to challenge things, not just take what the media has fed us. The interview we had was amazing, and the exact people who sent people in the streets for Black Lives Matter were able to derail the interview and a lot of the ideas just based off the main comment. I'm sorry, I was distracted by these people honking over here. So with Nori is my brother. He's under a lot of pressure. If you look at the first thing it says, Nori does an interview with Rosenberg. But what's the exact thing I was saying? I said the Jewish media controls so many things. It's not all the Jewish people, but they're specifically uh, Jewish people in media that are in power that try to have they bought the black voice, but they haven't been able to buy my voice. So instead, they blackball me. They threaten people to not interview me. They threaten people to get away from me. They close down my stadiums. Love you too, family. Love you too. Yeah. You said thinking, right? Appreciate you. Yeah. They've done all this stuff for years, messing with me, just like poking at me, like calling me out my name. My name is Jay. Anytime they say Kanye West, I change my name. It's like Cassius Clay to Ali. You respect me as a man, as an American, that my name is Jay, that I have the right to choose what my name is. So when media does that, it's already disrespect. I love rappers. Rappers are artists. But when media calls me a rapper, specifically to not bring up the fact that I'm worth $11 billion, that I'm the richest black man of all time, that I'm a billionaire, that I'm a tycoon, that I'm a visionary. And if I say that, if I say those three things, then they'll say I'm a narcissist, right? But they push you down so much that you got to fight just to say who you are. You know,
you let me know when you want to keep going or done, okay?
From the Candace Owens documentary was, I felt like it was a setup. I felt that in the documentary, if you look at it, he told his roommates they want a tall guy like me. They want a tall guy like me. Well, who is they? I'm going to pose it as a question, as opposed to, you know, giving you some kind of theory that I can't pinpoint. And this idea, these martyrs that we have, there's 14 kids that's dying in Chicago every single day. And they have this Jewish media, black media, trauma culture, trauma economy, the stuff that Charlemagne the God works for, the stuff that Rosenberg works for, the stuff that academics.
All right, it just stopped right there. So, not sure why, but it
well,
stopped right there.
Do you have anything to? Is the caller still there?
Yes, the caller's still here. Muhammad still here. Hey, Muhammad.
Muhammad, do you have anything to say about Kanye West and that interview?
Hey, he's probably listening to Instagram. You got to listen to us on the phone here, though, Muhammad, and then tell us what you think. Okay?
I am.
All right, cool.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. What do you think?
I said the Kanye West is he keeps going. I said that.
Oh, he's cutting out a little bit. You're kind of cutting out. I don't know what area you're in. Try saying that again, please.
I said the getting back up. No matter how many times he gets pushed down.
I didn't get to understand what he said.
It's cutting out. He's driving or something, and it's cutting out.
Yeah.
No. Hold on a second.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you a little better. Go ahead.
All right. I keeps getting back up.
He's getting back up.
Sounds like he's saying he keeps getting pushed down by people, but Kanye keep getting back up. Is that what you were saying? Yeah. Unfortunately, we got trouble with his connection, which is unfortunate.
Let me call back. Let me call back.
Okay. All right. So, unfortunately, just a little trouble with his connection there. And you guys are both in New York, so maybe that could be it. I don't know. But
no, I wanted to actually I would love to interview Kanye West myself. I really would love to interview him. I mean, I don't know who can contact him, make him give us a call. I have no problem to interview him because I definitely see his points. Mm-hmm. I know he might be a little misunderstood in many things, but at the same time, it was a little confusing because there was one thing that I saw once that it really got me off track. I remember when he was doing a fashion show, and I remember that at the fashion show, he was not really being supportive to his own people. Yeah. But then now,
real quick, we got Muhammad. He's back. Did you want to talk to him?
Okay, Muhammad. Yes, so go ahead, Muhammad. What you were saying about Kanye West?
I said no matter how hard he gets hit, he keeps getting back up and keeps pushing.
Oh yeah. Yes, of course. But this is the thing with what I see with Kanye West is like, there was a point where he was supposed to like support his people, and he didn't,
And
right?
they
Like I
turned on
remember
him.
there was like,
Yeah.
and then now he wants to support his people, and he's saying some really heavy, real stuff. Like there must be a spirit talking to him because he's saying some real stuff. Like think about when you really want to make a change, then it, like he was saying clearly, he get blackballed. I just got I think somebody tweeted somewhere that the president of Vogue, they were good friends, and she cut all ties with Kanye West. She won't be doing no work with him, and and that's where he really make his money, through fashion. And she cut ties, and she explained like whoever works with him, she's never gonna work with them. So I don't know what this is going to mean for him and his $11 billion now. Like, what is he doing next when everybody now is not going to work with him? What do you guys think?
Wow. I know he's purchased his own
Platform.
social media and all of that. He's got that going on, and that could prove to be lucrative too. Who knows? But it sounds like to me he's just speaking his mind. And whenever you do that, though, you can't always speak your mind, it appears. What about you,
Yeah,
Muhammad?
we notice when people speak their mind, they're usually blackballed. So that's the reason why a lot of times, famous people always have to watch what they say because it can't be misconstrued.
Well, but what it shows to me, right? Listen. So what I see from this, when I see these kind of chaos, it shows me who holding the power. That's what I see.
Yeah, I see that too. You're absolutely right. I see the same thing you see with that. Well, Muhammad, listen, before we let you go, man, make sure you head on over there. Coming soon is the Empress Saida app. And this lady has she has her own store on Amazon where she can broadcast live in there. And look at that, man. That is incredible. You can go to there. She's got her own radio station built right into the app. And have you ever thought about doing radio or anything? Maybe, right, Muhammad?
Me?
Yeah. A podcast?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Wow. I'm sorry,
So the
Saida.
app is
I know
named
it's your
Empress
show. I know
Saida.
it's your show, Saida. I'm gonna let you go back. I just get excited about this app. This is crazy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, people are
She has
so
a- she has
talented
a-
out there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mohammed.
I said you have a voice for it.
Oh, thanks,
Oh,
man.
thank you.
He's
You
talking
too, but
about
like
me,
I said-
Saida. He was talking about me, Saida. It's like I'm kidding. No, he was
we
talking
know
about
that.
you. He was talking about you.
We know
Please
that.
be
We
careful
know
out
that.
there. It is. Please be careful. It is dangerous out
Listen.
there.
Listen. Let me tell you something. I am training myself. I'm a martial art student. My dad was a martial art instructor.
So am I.
So growing up,
So am
I work. Yes, I'm a black belt. Third dan of traditional karate do. I practice taekwondo. I
Wow.
practice samurai. So my dad was a 7 dan. So I grew up and in the training of martial arts because my dad said that his daughter was so pretty and he wanted to make sure I kick ass out there. So I mean, I left that away for like years ago, and then I went into kickboxing, and then I'm like, busy, so I'm gonna go back again and just reactivate my muscles because I think as women we have to be able to protect ourselves and really practice self-defense on another level and be able to utilize our strength and the weapons to protect ourselves, because if it continues like this, I will definitely be dressing like Rambo. I'm not kidding. You're not gonna see me pretty in the street. I'm gonna be like Rambo.
Go ahead now. That's what I'm talking about. Rambo, Empress Rambo. Man, well, listen.
I'll be like, what?
We appreciate you for calling, Muhammad. Thank you very much for being a part of the show, man. And thanks. Call in
be like
often,
this.
too.
You got it, man. But what I was going to say is
Bye.
before
Thank
you go.
Thank you for calling in. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh my God,
All right,
that
brother.
was fun.
Man, I love when he calls in. He's always a good caller. And you guys can call in, too. It's 877-482-7898. We'll put you on. And Rambo, Empress Rambo over there. We're talking about the app. Today, we're kind of like doing a lot of talking about the app, we're gonna put it on light mode here so that we can kind of
Yes.
see what we need to see here. So let's put it on light mode here. But that's what the app looks like on light mode, and this is what it looks like on dark mode. Because sometimes at night you don't want it to be all bright in your face, right? So this is
Yes.
light mode. Let's go.
Like
to
the,
light
the
mode.
reflection. You see, like this outfit. I was gonna talk a little bit about this outfit. Like this is a Calvin Klein. This is so comfortable. It's the fabric is so high end. It's like not the ones that flakes off or anything like that. And it's so comfortable. But what I've noticed, I see now why when you do like video shoot, they never want anything shiny because everything is like bouncing. Like I could see my neck, like when I have to cover here so my neck can show. Otherwise, when I take it off, the neck looks weird. Like you see if it bounce back and make you do like it's weird. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, this is really, that's why on TV shows they always tell you do not wear nothing shiny. And I wore it shiny and now I'm seeing the reason why they tell you don't wear nothing shiny. Well, anyway, so thank you, Calvin Klein, for this beautiful outfit. I love it, love it, love it. It's not new. I have it for at least a couple years now, and the quality is top notch. Something about this outfit, let me tell you. I washed this dress. It tells you don't wash it on your washing machine, but I did. In cold and everything, and it comes out brand new. So it's a well-made dress. Mm-hmm. Well-made. So thank you, Calvin Klein, for this outfit.
Thank you, Calvin Klein. We appreciate you. It's all now. We should have something where it's like the wardrobe of Empress Saida is sponsored by Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein, the best in apparel for women and men. Calvin Klein.
You can find it on my storefront and Amazon, luxury Amazon. You're gonna be able to find. I think they have Calvin. I'm gonna see if I could find it and post it a little later. I'll do my research because now Amazon has a luxury section for designers, and you can buy high-end fashion design clothes in Amazon. It's a new section for fashion. I couldn't even believe. I was like, Amazon is taking over everything. So yeah, you could buy anything from Amazon, not only like, everyday things. You can buy high-end stuff there too. I saw dresses for $3,000, $5,000 on Amazon. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's pretty cool, man. So, and again, by you having your own Amazon and your own show inside of it, I just think just beautiful things are happening. And it's pretty.
Yes, definitely. It was an amazing show. But I know that we are about to end the show, and I want you guys to tune in every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, New York time. And for those that know, if you guys come across Kanye West, I know they are blocking him from different angles to be interviewed, but I will be definitely open to interview Kanye West, so you can tell Kanye West. That Empress Saida and Marcel would like to interview him on my platform. Please forward him this message. So I will have him on my platform. We want to talk. We want to know, why are you inspired in talking about the woke people, and what would you want to accomplish by all of this? When that, I want to know what is the final results? What are you looking for? Somebody's calling. If somebody's calling.
Yeah, I was trying to screen the call. I was hoping you would just keep talking. But he's here. Tell everybody your name, sir.
Mr. JR, I usually tune in a lot of times and call in on certain things that actually
Hi, how are you? Nice to see you back.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay. I wanted to comment real quick when you touched on Kanye, and the only problem with the comment is this. By me being a person of color, I understand what he was talking about when it came to. Well, let me rewind real quick. There's a lot of things that Kanye that Ye. I don't want to disrespect him. There's a lot of things that Ye has said over the past couple of weeks a lot of things that he has done over the past couple of weeks as a person of color where I really didn't care for it. And I'm not going to get into the T-shirt that he wore where it had a certain slogan on it. I don't want to get into the comment that he made about Mr. Floyd. The part that grabbed my attention was when he was referring to how a certain groups of people can control, and this is just my opinion from what I interpret from what you're saying, that can control certain peoples of color. The message that I did grab from it was, listen, don't be part of the machine. Don't have the machine tell you this. You can do this, you can do that, and you can't say this. We're going to be the machine where if you don't want to let us in the door, we're tired of saying to you, let us in. We're tired of saying to you, I'm so hungry, and you're having a food fight in front of us. We're going to stop asking and start doing. And we're going to start doing it through education. And let's say you don't even want to go through the route of education, and you just want to basically just do it on your own. You can do it that way too. It's the message. It's the message that I understood. And with that message, he's showing a lot of peoples of color, listen, it's never too late, no matter how old you are. It's never too late where, hey, you don't want to go this route. But one thing for certain, two things for sure, you're not going to tell us this is the way it's going to be. You're not going to tell us you can only say this. You're not going to give us any type of directive. We're going to be the directive. And from what he was saying on a certain groups of people that he was talking about, that's what I understood. If that makes any type of sense to you.
Yes, of course. The thing is that I understand the whole dynamic of what's really going on behind it. I get the picture. It's a very complex and very sensitive and very courageous thing that Ye is doing, because in order to touch that type of avenue that he's trying to jump on, you have to be ready for the consequences. And when I say that, is like, for example, in ancient history, we were kings and queens, and we were the owners of all our empire. Now we in the United States of America, where we deal with Europe and all these countries, and as a minority group, we are literally by the dominion of these enterprises where they write the checks. So we are under their regime. You could say it like that. I'm speaking like a empress. We
Right.
under the regime. So when you want to be free, you have to create the empire, and you got to own the empire so your people can be free. So when he comes with this message, no one of another empire has the right to boycott you. Boycotting somebody and not giving you businesses, that means that they are holding the power. So that's what I see. So obviously, with all of the message that I'm seeing, even though he have $11 billion, these people have trillions of dollars, and they still are in control. Because the only way you could be in control is when you can literally pick somebody and tell them, we're not going to do business with you because you're saying this, that, and the third. I love humanity as a whole. So I wish we just behave as a human race, as a unity and as a whole. But in our reality, there's conflicts between races and races. But what Kanye West is doing is trying to wake its people. But guess what? Even though he has $11 billion, he is not in control to be able to really call the shots, so nobody boycotts him. Because when you have the power, nobody can come and boycott you for anything. So now that he has $11 billion, he needs to create an empire for his people so they don't have to go through this type of control. Simple as that. Was I clear, or was I too complicated? Let me know, because I get very passionate about it sometimes.
What do you think, man? Go ahead.
I was about to comment. What I was going to say is, what you're saying is not complicated at all. I understand exactly what you're saying. I'm going to make a comment, but before I do, what I want to ask you, Ms. Empress, is, from when he was talking, did you see it from a certain platform, or did you see it from all platforms, from what he was saying?
What are you referring specifically, from his different interviews, or you're talking specifically for what he just shown just a while ago? Because he's shown a clip, and I'm talking about that clip.
Right. That's what I want to get to. You showed the clip. See, the comment that I was about to say was this. I agree with you 1,000%, where you have this amount of money, but keep in mind, they have this amount of money. And he said a comment that made me understood exactly what he was saying, and it goes like this. If we're running a marathon, no, better yet, if we're running a race, and we're all running in one direction, and the goal is to win the race, if I start running the race backwards, you're going to say that I'm crazy. I'm quoting what he was saying. If I run the race backwards, you're going to look at me and say, this brother is crazy. But if I get 25 people to run that same way to win the race, now we're having a marathon. I'm not so crazy, am I?
Exactly.
Once he said that, I understood exactly what he was saying. Once again, it's going to just take, and don't get it twisted. What he was saying, you're not only is he built for it, but this is what comes with it. When you have the people dropping you, the different companies, his point was, I'm only a certain slice. I need y'all with me. And I'm only talking about that point of view from what he was saying, to build with what you're saying.
Yeah, but my thing now is, like, okay, so Kanye West, but people don't know, he's stirring up the pot. He's definitely stirring up the pot that can literally change the world. Literally. He can. But the problem is, he's asking, when you hearing him for backup, meaning people to back him up, the majority of people that are not willing to back him up, that's number one. Now you're seeing people like, oh, I don't want to mess up with my check, so I don't want to be part of that. It's a lot of pressure. And this is what happens. So he's finding himself by himself, because the fight that he wants to fight, from what I've seen, is to actually make a change, because he's a visionary. So he's like, I want my people to really be on not this level. So he's taking some risk, like really risk, that I feel like, okay, it's good. But at the same time, would he be able to execute it? Will the people really will stand by his side and really do this? That's where the real test will come in, because I could feel already that he's saying many times, I need people to back me up. And he's not getting that. All he's getting is boycott. He's looking crazy. Nobody wants to do business with him and stuff like that. So now we have to see, would his plan really work? Does he has powerful people to back him up? All the powerful people that he had on his corner, they are leaving him. From what I'm seeing from the different interviews, I'm going according. I don't know.
They obviously wasn't really in his corner then. I mean, that's obvious. But the spawn that from what he was saying, the spawn that he developed, especially with these kids out here now that's paying attention, even the ones who want to be knuckleheads and don't want to read a book, you want to look at the internet. You still being an influencer where it's like, you know what? This does make sense what you're saying. I do see this happening. Why is this happening? I see it all. I see it all. I applaud the brother only from that point of view. I don't agree with a lot of the other things that he did. But from that point of view, I see it. And I'm proud of what you're doing. Because, once again, you got your own platform. You're developing your own app where, and I was looking at it the other day just to let you know that's going on and find out what's going on. But we
it's
need
not
more
finished
of it
yet.
going
Working
on.
on it. Yeah.
Right, that's what I said. I was viewing on what was going on. But I like the mere fact that, you know what? We're going to be the machine. We're going to be the directive. We're not going to be the tell no more. It's a long time
But
coming, but I
that's
see
the
something
only
great.
way. But this is the only way. I'll give you a prime example. I'm not Yee. I understand where he's coming from. I wish we all work together. But I give you a prime example. I'm a plus size model. I'm a cosmetologist. I'm thick. I'm minority. I'm mixed. I got African in me. I'm a whole everything, right? I'm the United Nation. So let's say I love Facebook. I love Instagram. I love all these platforms because they gave me the opportunity to showcase my talent, and it did for a lot of people. But guess what? I said I get penalized all the time. One day I could make $100 by showing videos, right? On Instagram, because I'm able to monetize. When Instagram feels like they don't like something that I post, automatically they shut me down. I'm talking about you cannot make money for within the next 30 days. This is Instagram. Now I go on Facebook. I have 2 million followers on Facebook. All of like really, and I should be making money off of ads, right? Like everybody else that has 2 million followers. I'm a category celebrity on Facebook. What happens with Facebook? They don't, even though I passed everything, for some reason the artificial intelligence don't want to do business with me for me to make money on Facebook, even though I have that amount of people and I'm following the guidelines. Look at this. It comes to a point I meet a man like Marcel. I'm like, how am I going to do business with a company that one day they decide to cut me a check, another day they say, well, you can make money today. Oh, you know what? You can't make money the 30 days. So I don't own their home. They're in control of me. So the only way I could control and really give back, and it's harder to get the support system, is by creating my own app. That's why I created the own app. So when Kanye West is doing, he got to create his own Vogue. He got to create his own platform. He got to create everything. He got to create his own empire, his own state, if he wants to really make it this way where nobody has the right to boycott him. And that's what happened. And that comes with a huge responsibility that a lot of people say, are you ready for that? Are you really ready for that? Because
you know what he did do? He made you aware. Now, I'm just saying not you. I'm just saying in general. He made you aware to the point. Yeah, where we're all having a conversation now. We're all having a conversation. I don't want to hold you too much longer. Like I said, I love tuning into your show. I love talking to you. And
same here.
I'll call back again.
Same here. Like I said, it's not going to be an easy. Thank you. It's not going to be an easy ride, but like you said, he's making people aware of where they're sleeping. But he did to me is a courageous move, and it's